Hi, it's Miss Flugman again. Just wanted to show you this strategy called area model for division. This one, I've only showed a couple of students when I was working with them one-on-one, and I could see that maybe they were struggling with one of the strategies, and I said, well, how about this one? Let me show you this way, see if you like that. But for the most part, the class has not fully been exposed to this strategy yet. We're actually doing it next Tuesday. But I wanted to include it in my videos so that you guys could get a little head start on it. You can get a little preview, and that way if there was some homework and your child was trying to use the strategy, you would have an idea of what they were talking about. So just like in the box method with multiplication, we have to break these numbers down here into place value. So what we do is we take that 6, which is really 600 because it's in the hundreds place, and we write 600 right here. And then we're going to look at the tens place, which has a 7. So that 7 is really worth 70. And then we're looking at the ones place, which is 5. So we are adding 5. So that just breaks up that number. 675 is now 600 plus 70 plus 5. And then we're dividing that number by 6. So we put it outside of the box over here. And just like with multiplication strategy that was called box method, every time you see a plus sign, they just do a line. And that way we can divide up the box here. So then you're going to ask yourself, 6 times what is going to get you 600? And it's not always going to work out perfectly. So sometimes I say 6 times what is going to get you close to 600 without going over. Well, this one's pretty easy. I know that's 100. So I'm going to write that on top. So 100 times 6 is 600. And I subtract, and I don't have anything left over. That's not always going to be the case. If you have something that is left over here when you subtract, you actually just go to the next box and add it to what's up here. But since I don't have anything to add this time, now I'm saying 6 times what is going to get me close to 70 without going over. Well, I know 6 times 10 is 60, and then I'm going to do 6 times 11 in my head. I know that's 66. And if I do anything more than that, I'm going to go over 70. So I'm going to go ahead and put 11 up here, and I'm going to do 11 times 6, which is 66, and I'm going to subtract. That's going to leave me 4. And like I said, if you have anything left over, you actually just add it to the next box. So now I'm saying 6 times what is going to get me close to 9 without going over. Well, if I do 6 times 2, that's 12. That's too much, so I'm just going to say 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6, and when I subtract, I have 3. And because there's no more boxes or anything, that 3 must be my remainder. So to get my quotient up here, I just say 100 plus 11 plus 1, which is 112. And I have a remainder of 3. This strategy, just like the Big 7, really focuses on place value. There are no shortcuts whatsoever. It is not going to be the quickest, easiest thing, but that's not our goal. The goal is not to find tricks and easy, fast ways to solve problems. We really want the kids to have number sense, problem-solving strategies. We're really trying to build the skills so that they can think outside the box, do different ways, and just make sure that they are focusing on the standard at hand. So popcorn, out of the 3 strategies that I've made videos for, is definitely the one that's the biggest shortcut, and looking at like digit by digit versus the full place value. And so the Big 7 and the area model, which is this, are the 2 that are most encouraged in 4th grade. So we feel like we definitely are covering it by having those 2 strategies, and then the popcorn is something that moves closer to long division, which is something that they'll learn eventually. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And I will tell you that this particular strategy is on the Unit 2 test. It's after Thanksgiving. And so we will be working on it next week. And most likely they'll have a little bit of homework that asks them to practice this strategy. So just refer back to this video if you need some help, or even if your child wants to watch it and they can see it done over and over again. Thank you.